Welcome to part 35, and we have just finished the ice cavern. Now, if you followed my advice in the last video, you should still have 2 blue fires in your bottles, and we are going to use them right now. One on King Zora, and one to unblock the Zora shop. Not that I need anything from the Zora shop, but you never know. You never know. Anyway, there's King Zora. So, one begs the question, how did he get into this red ice in the first place? I mean, the rest of the Zoras are supposedly underneath this regular ice, which won't go away until we solve the problem of the water temple, but, yeah. Anyway, he's free, he can move about, but before we talk to him, we will go on, we will unblock the Zora shop. Oh, and here's a fun fact that I've read somewhere. I don't know if it's entirely true. If you buy what we're going to get from King Zora at the shop, when we talk to King Zora the first time we unfreeze him, he will propose giving me a kiss. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, that's kind of weird. But we are But we're not going to do that because we're going to get said item that will help us breathe underwater. Yay. Alright, let's go talk to him. Yeah, you're back to life. And it looks like King Zora does not recognize Link. Anyway, yeah. King Zora will give us the Zora tunic, and this is pretty much a blue colored tunic that will allow Link to breathe underwater. So let's go test this combination out, shall we? Let's go back to Zora's fountain for a minute because there is something I want to get, and the only way to get it is to pretty much use the iron boots and go underwater. And of course I could have done this without the Zora tunic, but hey, I wanted to test it out. I wanted to test to see how this combination works. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, the good thing about going underwater here is that for some reason or another, Octoroks cannot bug you. I mean, they can't go below water levels or something. They cannot go underwater, so that's always nice. And that brings up the fact, where are they hiding? I mean, if they can see me, shouldn't they be pointing their rocks towards me or something? But regardless. Anyway, underneath Zora's fountain is another heart piece along with several trails of green rupees. So if you want some cash, don't be afraid to come down here to get some cash. Yay. Anyway, we're done in Zora's fountain for the moment. And folks, now that we have freed King Zora, we can now complete the Biggoron Sword Training Quest. Yeah. So, if you've been putting it off until now, well, now's the time to finish the side quest and get the best sword in the game. A more powerful sword than the Master Sword, believe it or not. And, yeah. And some people actually, some people actually go ahead and get this, this whole training sequence out of the way as soon as they become adults because, well, who wouldn't want this amazing sword? And it would require you to go to the ice cavern a bit early. At the very least, get as far as getting some blue ice to free King Zora. So, yeah. Anyway, what you want to do here is present the Biggoron's prescription for the eye drops. And King Zora says that he does not have the item in question, but he does have the ingredients, and he will send us to Lake Hylia to the laboratory to get them made into a special eye drop. So, of course, he'll give us the eyes, and of course, it's another timed item, which means we have to hurry up to Lake Hylia, or else they will spoil, and then we have to go back to King Zora and get another batch. Now, folks, I know what you're thinking. I have this incredible warp song that will get me to Lake Hylia in no time flat. Well, the creators have thought ahead. If you play the warp song, if you play the Serenade of Water to get to Lake Hylia during this trading quest, you will warp there, but the timer will go down to 1 second and then the item will spoil. So yeah, the game will punish you if you try to cheat. So we're going to have to do this the legitimate way. We have to do this the honest way because it is a hard-earned weapon that we are going to get. And yeah, they want us to actually work for it. So yeah, now going down Zora's River here. Make sure you ride along the curtain, the water trails and all that stuff. And the Octoroks, take the damage. Take the damage. Do not stop. Do not stop. Take the damage. And then the river will rush you over to hopefully Alley here. And hopefully Epona will still be parked there by the river. So as soon as you get out, climb up top of her and ride to Lake Hylia. And if you get... And you should still have enough time to just make it. Alright, and yeah, one of the bad things about getting into Lake Hylia via Epona is that if you if you time it wrong, you can not get her to jump over those fences, which can eat up some of your time. Yeah, but thankfully you should still have some time to spare when you get to Lake Hylia, and we will hopefully get this guy here to make the eye drops for Biggoron. And of course, he's not taking my frog! Alright, so yeah, let's talk to him first to make sure. Blah, blah, blah. I know about the medicine. And yes, I know about the old lady at the potion shop. The one who supplies me with blue potions. The incredible blue potions for 100 rupees each. Anyway, now I'm going to present you with the frog. And yeah. Well, at first here, when you present the frogs here for the eyeballs, he thinks he's going to have a little snag. But unfortunately, we have to tell him that they're for Biggoron's eye drops. And then he'll take them and start making said eye drops. And then in just a few seconds, he'll present us with the eye drops. And of course, the bad news is that there are no preservatives and it won't last long, which means it's another timed item. Hey, here we go again. So yeah, and because it's a timed item, this means we cannot use the Bolario of Fire to warp to Death Mountain. Otherwise, again, we will be penalized. The timer will drop to 1 second, and the item will spoil, which would lead us to actually go to King Zora to get another eyeball frog. I think that's it, the eyeball frog, and then get the eye drops, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but hey, I have not failed at this minigame since I have played this game. I have not failed one bit. I will deliver the eye drops to Biggoron quickly and get my nice sword. Now the good news about this is that you have pretty much a 4 minutes compared to the 3 of last time, so we can make it to Biggoron quickly. I mean, first we have to cut through Kakariko Village, and then we have to climb. But remember, there is a magic leaf at the mouth of the Dongo's cavern, and that will pretty much save us on climbing time. So yeah. Yeah. And of course, when we start climbing a Death Mountain Trail, again, there are Tektites there. There are boulders that will run back and forth. Again, you must be careful just to dodge them and time it carefully. And of course, again, rolling is a great help. I love this rolling aspect of the game. It makes you go a little faster, gets you a little speed. I mean, if there was only something to make Link even faster, I mean, something, maybe in the next game or something. Anyway, as you can see, the timer is pretty much about to approach the halfway mark. And again, just keep going, ignore the Tektites, ignore them, just keep going. And of course, again, mind the boulders. Alright. And right there is the magic leaf, which will take us part way upwards. And trust me, it is a big time saver. So if you have planned the magic bean in the past, give yourselves a pat on the back. And I know, Navi, I know you're trying to tell me something, but this is important. Anyway, here, the last leg of the journey, there are skull wall tolas on the wall. So we're just going to have to use our trusty bow and arrow to pick them off one by one. So it shouldn't be too much trouble. And I believe there is a Tektite on one of these little cliff areas, and he'll actually hop down and miss you. So yeah, those enemies are stupid. Could have gotten a heart refill, but who cares? I have more important things. I want that sword! And of course, there's one more skull wall tola right there, so... Go, climb. You should still have plenty of time when you get up to the top. Alright, there's Biggoron right there. Now let me get you your eye drops. I wonder why he's really emphasizing on the R's. I mean, you can see in the dialogue it's like, R, really? And wow, like... Alright, now that we have pretty much fixed Biggoron's eyes, he will get started on the Biggoron Sword, and he'll give us a claim check to claim it in some point in time. And folks, at this point you want to start playing the Sun Song, and yes, Navi, I know about the iron boots that can sink in water. Stop telling me the obvious. So yeah, folks, we're going to have to whip out the Ocarina, play the Sun Song about half a dozen times at least, because according to him, it'll take about a few days, which is usually 3 or so, like 3 days and 3 nights, so it'll be a while. So eventually, I managed to warp time till Biggoron is ready, so now we're going to have to trade in the claim check that we have for our new sword. Now, of course, after we present him with the claim check, for some reason or another, the claim check will remain in our inventory. But we did it. We have completed the trading quest. We now have Biggoron Sword, the most superior sword in the game. And yeah, let's go ahead and equip this sucker. Now, the thing about Biggoron Sword is it's big. It is twice as powerful as the Master Sword. However, the downside is it's so big that Link has to use 2 hands to carry it and to wield it, which means we will lose our ability to use a shield. But, hey, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And this thing is definitely made for offensive purposes. Yeah. So anyway, our work here in Death Mountain is completed. I will not be coming back to Death Mountain. I am done with this area, so let's move on with the game. Now I'm going to test out Biggoron Sword on those re-dead zombies in Hyrule Market Town. In fact, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to attack one of them. So yeah, oh, and also folks, once you get Biggoron Sword, the Medigoron's giant knife sales are, well, we won't be buying any more giant knives because Biggoron is the superior giant knife in a way. Alright. Taste my big old sword. See how powerful this is? Although, it's pretty much a weak demonstration of this sword's capabilities, so yeah. So I went to Kakariko Village to get some supplies, mainly fairies and blue potions to refill my bottles with. And before I head on to Lake Hylia, go back to where we found our last big Poe. See this lone tree right here that's outside of these other trees? Plant a bomb right here and it will reveal a hidden hole to jump down to. Now in this whole cavern area, there's a Tektite there. Take care of him first because he could hinder you on your progress. You can use arrows, you can use whatever. If he gets too close to you, you can use your sword, but yeah. Anyway, equip the iron boots, and we are going to sink down to the bottom of this little underground lake. And down here will be another heart piece. Goody! So yeah, I say that's a successful test of the whole Zora Tunic Iron Boot combo, because we are going to be starting exploring the Water Temple with this in my next video. Yeah, we are going into the Water Temple. Now, why am I acting the way I am regarding the Water Temple? Well, let's just say that the Water Temple has a history of being one of the worst, if not the worst, Zelda dungeons ever created. I'm not kidding. Now, and when I start exploring this temple, I will point out why. But beforehand, I'm going to get some supplies, mainly arrows and bombs and whatnot. And of course, bushes produce free arrows and bomb refills for some reason, so yeah. I'll make sure my inventory's full, and yep. Alright, I got what I needed, so let's warp to Lake Hylia. Let's play the Serenade of Water and let's go. Definitely serene. This music is definitely serene. Alright. In Lake Hylia, you notice that it is raining. So yeah, that indicates something bad is happening. Well, let's look at this little plaque right here. Water filled with lake, shoot at the morning light. I bet that'll be important later on. Anyway, the only place in Lake Hylia that has water left is at the entrance to the Water Temple. So that means we should have the Zora Tunic and the Iron Boots, and we should go down and sink into the water. And here's a fun fact. The only thing that we can use underwater, the only weapon we can use, is the hook shot. So that'll make the journey fun. And what you want to do here is use the hook shot on this crystal switch above the gate. And when you dislodge this crystal, the gate to the Water Temple will open and we will head on in. Yay. Alright folks, we will explore this dungeon and find out where Roto is in part 36.